Hey folks, welcome back to the site. Appreciate you stopping by. Today's video is me upgrading my all-source 100-pound pressure blast pot with a kit supplied by AmeriBlaster. It's an elevator kit. I will post links to the AmeriBlaster site as well as to the product that I'm using and the step-by-step instructions that they post on the site. Another video will be coming soon of a field test after the upgrade. I've already recorded some of the video, but I haven't done any outside blasting yet. So this video is a little bit long. There's a lot of time lapse and voiceover, but I beg your patience to get through it all, and I hope you get something from it. If you like it, please like and subscribe, maybe even share it to somebody who has some information. And without further ado, we will get to the video. Thank you. All right, so we got a package today from AmeriBlaster, and it's going to upgrade that, which I've taken out of the box. That's pretty much how it comes out of the box, except for the wheels. You have to install the wheels. And then this hose comes out, and it comes with several of those little rubber blocks for the dead man and an extra nozzle. It's pretty much how it comes. All that stuff is all assembled and ready to go. So we're going to open up this box from Enrique and see what's in there and see what we need to do to put it together. Okay, so we put this on time lapse because it's really boring me unboxing everything. But pretty much Enrique sends you everything that you need to make the switch over and improve the performance of your blast pot. That there's a Chimuco nozzle holder, some various hose clamps, and some pipe fittings. In the bag is the mixing valve, or the upper manifold, that hangs off the side of the pot. And the last couple of pieces here, this is the lower manifold and the hose that brings the media up to the mixing valve. Gives you the ability to tune your blast stream without having to get down on your hands and knees and adjust it with the ball valve at the bottom. And lastly, there's an additional nozzle there with a looks like a 5/32 ceramic nozzle, and the washer in the bar there is just to protect it, so if you accidentally drop it while you're blasting, it doesn't break your ceramic nozzle. Okay, we're going to do a side-by-side comparison here before I get to installing this. This is the Harbor Freight 40-pound pot. It is basically the same as the 110-pound pot, although it's smaller. It does have the AmeriBlaster Hurricano elevator kit already installed. The original fittings that come with the AmeriBlaster are 3/8 fittings, and they actually partially block the flow. The AmeriBlaster manifold is a full flow manifold, and it also enlarges it from 3/8 to 1/2 inch. However, it still is 3/8 coming out of the bottom of the pot. The all source is 3/4 that has a bung down to 1/2. So you're already having better flow from the all source to begin with, even in its stock configuration. So what we're going to do is we're going to get to installing the AmeriBlaster manifolds and everything onto this all-source 100-pound. Now, in addition to added capacity going from a 40-pound to a 100-pound, another reason why I upgraded is because of the fill method. The Harbor Freights and the Eastwoods and various other pots use a screw-type top that you fill with a funnel. This necessarily creates restriction on the top end and also on the bottom, because the air that's inside the pot has to be displaced, and that pushes against the media and it slows things down. Now the screen there you see I got from TP Tools, tptools.com. You can get it in other places. Northern Tool, I think, has them as well. It's a good idea to screen your media, even if it's brand new, because you never know what's going to be in it. There could be moisture clumps or things like that. Now with the all source, it's a concave top and it's a built-in funnel. You can see that the hole is much wider than the neck on the screw tops. You put your screen on top and you put your media in, and it fills a lot quicker. And also, to pressurize the tank, you open up the main ball valve, you pull up on the plunger. As the pressure builds, it will seal it, and you blast away. When you're done, you turn your main air off, and it will depressurize through the pressure relief valve. And once that pressure drops, it'll drop the plunger, and you can put your screen back on, fill it back up with media, and you're ready to go. All right, first I'm going to apologize. I didn't realize when I was filming this that the front leg on that all source pot was going to block everything that I do in the next couple of segments. But the process is pretty straightforward. You remove the hose from the lower manifold and then remove the lower manifold itself. Now, all source installs these fittings with pipe dope, and they've been sitting in a warehouse, so it's crusty and it's old, and those fittings are very stiff. Propane torch, adding a little bit of heat to that fitting, will loosen things up and make them real easy to get off. Then you're going to disassemble the lower manifold that comes from AmeriBlaster, add a little Teflon tape to the fitting on the bottom, and start the process of assembling the AmeriBlaster elevator kit. With the lower manifold in place, you're going to tighten it up and orient it so that it faces 90 degrees to the right from the inlet valve that you see in the center of the pot. And you're going to wrap that 6-inch nipple that comes supplied with the kit with Teflon tape. The other end already has a 90 that's installed, and you tighten that series of fittings up and orient the 90-degree fitting so that the opening faces straight up. Then take the carbon steel hose barb that's supplied, wrap it with Teflon tape, install it into the 90-degree fitting, and tighten it up. The next step is installing the upper manifold. It comes assembled, but you have to tighten up the fittings. You get a piece of 4-ply hose that's supplied with the kit, and that's going to connect the upper and lower manifolds. See there, I'm adjusting the chain a little bit because I thought it was just a little bit too short. A little lubrication on the hose, down onto the hose barb on the bottom, orient your hose clamp. That little 2-ply hose that comes with the kit that you took off, or the pot that you took off earlier, is going to be used later on. So make sure that you save it during the process. Don't throw it away. Okay, if you actually notice there, I put one of the carbon steel ball valves on the bottom of that manifold. Since talked to Enrique at AmeriBlaster, and he said that's not needed. That is not a full flow ball valve, so I went back and replaced it with the brass, but you're going to see it in the video, so just ignore it. Don't follow that step. Okay, here I'm just adjusting the chain, making sure I get my hose clamps tightened up, and after that you're going to move to the next step. During the next step, we're going to take the ball valve that we originally removed and install it to the high pressure side of the upper manifold. This is part of the throttle system so that you can tune your blast stream. You're also going to use the 1/2-inch coupler that's supplied and one of the barbs from the original lower manifold. You're going to take the barb off that manifold, install it in that coupler, and use the hose that's left over to connect to the upper manifold. We're going to put in a time lapse to finish that process. All right, here I wasn't thinking. I knew because of the pipe dope I needed to heat that fitting up in order to get the barb out. Then I realized it was going to be really hot, so I made a decision to stop and go to the vise to take it out. And we're back after taking the barb off using the vise and cooling it off. And we're just going to install some Teflon tape to all the threads and complete the process that I explained earlier to connect the top half to the new AmeriBlaster manifold and get that pot set up, ready to run. Here I am just measuring the hose because there doesn't need to be a bunch of excess, and cutting it off and installing the hose clamp and connecting it to the ball valve on the upper manifold. At this point, the installation is almost complete, and now all you have to do is connect your blast hose. If you're going to use the dead man that's supplied with the all-source pot, the AmeriBlaster kit comes with quick connects, a male barbed end, and you're just going to lubricate, put the hose on, tighten up the hose clamp. In my case, I'm not going to do that. I already have hose from the 40-pound pot with the quick connects on it. See, I removed cotter pins from the coupler. That keeps the coupler from accidentally getting twisted while you're working and becoming disconnected. So we're just going to switch that hose that's already assembled onto the all-source pot. Now here, I apologize. The hose was twisted. It was hard to get connected, so I'm going to show you my ass. And there it is. Push and twist, and then replace your cotter pins again so that you don't accidentally disconnect your hose while you're blasting. And there you have it, the AmeriBlaster elevator kit installed on the all-source 100-pound pot. I hope you gained something out of this video. If you did, please like and subscribe, comment below. Links to the AmeriBlaster site and some of the other things that I mentioned in the video will be in the description below. Thank you for watching, folks, and have a great day.